Hare Krishna. So we'll chant the Jai Radha Madhava prayers. Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jayo Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jayo Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jayo Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jayo Krishna Balaram, Jayo Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jayo Krishna Balaram. Jayo Gauranitai, Jayo Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jayo Gauranitai. Jayo Srinivas Govinda, Jayo Srinivas Govinda, Jayo Srinivas Govinda, Jayo Srinivas Govinda. Jayo Lakshmi Narasimha, Jayo Ananta Dev, Lakshmi Narasimha, Jayo Ananta Dev. Jayo Jayo Prabhupada, 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 Jayo Jayo Prabhupada. Shri Shri Krishna Balaram ki, Shri Shri Nittai Gauranga ki, Shri Srinivas Govinda ki, Shri Prahlad Narsimhadev ki, Shri Lakshmi Narsimhadev Anantadev ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki, Nittai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. So today we'll be discussing from 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, text 10. It's displayed on the screen. So before we start, please repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we'll read the verse. I'll recite it and please repeat after me. We'll repeat it few times and then we'll move on to the reading the translation purport and we'll some discussion. So please repeat. Tesham satata yuktanam. Tesham satata yuktanam. Bhajatam pritipurvakam. Bhajatam pritipurvakam. Dadami buddhi yogam tam. Dadami buddhi yogam tam. Yena mam upayanti te. Yena mam upayanti te. Tesham satata yuktanam. Bhajatam pritipurvakam. Dadami buddhi yogam tam. Yena mam upayanti te. So we'll read the word to word meaning. So please repeat after me. Tesham, unto them. Satata yuktanam, always engaged. Bhajatam, in devotional service. Priti purvakam, in loving ecstasy. Dadami, I give. Buddhi yogam, real intelligence. Tam, that. Yena, by which. Mam, unto me. Upayanti, come. Te, they. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charna Ravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. To those who are constantly devoted and worship me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. So please repeat the translation. To those who are constantly devoted and worship me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. Purport. In this verse, the word Buddhi Yogam is very significant. We may remember that in the second chapter, the Lord, instructing Arjuna, said that he had spoken to him of many things and that he would instruct him in the way of Buddhi Yoga. Now, Buddhi Yoga is explained. Buddhi Yogam itself is action in Krishna consciousness. That is the highest intelligence. Buddhi means intelligence and Yogam means mystic activities or mystic elevation. When one tries to go back home, back to Godhead and takes fully to Krishna consciousness in devotional service, his action is called Buddhi Yogam. In other words, Buddhi Yogam is the process by which one gets out of the entanglement of this material world. The ultimate goal of progress is Krishna. People do not know this. Therefore, the association of devotees and a bona fide spiritual master are important. One should know that the goal is Krishna. And when the goal is assigned, then the path is slowly but progressively traversed. And the ultimate goal is achieved. When a person knows the goal of life but is addicted to the fruits of activities, he is acting in Karma Yoga. When he knows that the goal is Krishna, but he takes pleasure in mental speculations to understand Krishna, he is acting in Gnana Yoga. And when he knows the goal and seeks Krishna completely in Krishna consciousness and devotional service, he is acting in Bhakti Yoga or Buddhi Yoga, which is the complete yoga. This complete yoga is the highest perfectional stage of life. A person may have a bona fide spiritual master and may be attached to a spiritual organization, but still, if he is not intelligent enough to make progress, then Krishna from within gives him instructions so that he may ultimately come to him without difficulty. The qualification is that a person always engage himself in Krishna consciousness and with love and devotion render all kinds of services. He should perform some sort of work for Krishna, and that work should be with love. If a devotee is intelligent enough, he will make progress on the path of self-realization. If one is sincere and devoted to the activities of devotional service, the Lord gives him a chance to make progress and ultimately to attain him. Thus ends the purport. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitan Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Namom Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Can someone close the door completely? I think the Sunday school room sound is coming. Yeah, thank you. So this 10th chapter, Krishna is speaking about the chapter is called as the opulence of the absolute. And Krishna tells Arjuna that he is going to further reveal him some additional knowledge, with which he will become very joyful. Right? And here there is a sequence of verses going on. So this is the 10th verse. Is a sequence 8, 9, 10, 11. Right? So we can actually see, what the previous verses, what Krishna is trying to say here. But before we go there, let's see here. So Krishna is saying, this is a very famous verse. Prabhupada quotes this many times. And it's also like a formula, right? In our school lives, when we have been studying, especially for mathematics or chemistry sometimes. If you know the formula, you can, solve a problem, right? And sometimes we make a list of formulas. I remember, before math exam, we make a sheet of all various formulas from every chapter, right? If you know the formula, that's about it. You see the question, you try to figure out which is the formula that applies. And you apply the formula, that's it. You got the answer, right? So like that, Krishna is actually, this verse is also like a formula. And what is the formula for? Formula for gaining the highest intelligence, Buddhi Yoga, or the spiritual intelligence. And Prabhupada is saying that is the perfection of life. So here is the formula for attaining perfection of life. So let's see what the formula is. So Krishna is saying, Tesham Satata Yuktanam. Tesham means unto those people. And which kind of people? Satata Yuktanam. They're always engaged. And how are they engaged? Satata Yuktanam. Bhajatam. So Bhajatam. They're engaged in devotional service. Bhajatam, bhaja, bhakti. It all comes from the word bhajadatu. So one who is always engaged in devotional service. Now devotional service, we see a lot of people, in the temple also. A lot of devotees come, they do service and all. So externally it looks like a physical activity, right? What are we doing compared to the other people? We're getting together, we are cooking, we are eating, we are cleaning up the place and we're winding up, we are singing, we are dancing, we are making some music. So, but here difference is, Krishna is saying what kind of devotional service, it should not be mechanical, because if one's mind is somewhere else, he says, I signed up for some volunteering service, let me go today. Sometimes we have a sign up here, right, to make different things like cooking in the kitchen. It's all run by volunteers. If you see this temple, it's all run by volunteers, and most of you are also volunteering, right? So we do this service. Externally, it looks like just a physical work. But what really matters is the consciousness. See, sometimes something might be happening in our life, our mind is disturbed, but we still signed up for service. We will come, we will do some service. The mind is always thinking about that thing. Oh, what do I do tomorrow? How do I solve this? How do I tackle? Okay, we did something. Maybe, cutting vegetables in the kitchen. That is definitely service, but sometimes we might just caught up and we might think this is all like a physical activity, manual things. But Krishna is saying, no, bhajatam priti purvakam. The love should be there. So even offering, when we offer to the food, Krishna says, one who offers with love and devotion. Love and devotion is when he will accept. Right? Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati. Right? With devotion one has to offer. Tadaham asnami. Right? So this is important thing. So one who is always engaged in devotional service with priti purvakam, in loving ecstasy. So Prabhupada has translated loving ecstasy. Right? One should feel a loving ecstasy when serving the Lord. Right? And then bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam. Dadami means I will give. Krishna is saying I will give. So one who is engaged in devotional service, let's say we came to the temple, now we are doing with love and devotion. Oh yes, this is going to be offered to Krishna, this is for Krishna, this is for the pleasure of Krishna. What happens then? Krishna is saying dadami buddhi yogam. I will give buddhi yoga. Buddhi means intelligence, and Prabhupada here explains yoga. We all know the word yoga comes from the word yuj, means to link, to connect. To connect to the Supreme Lord is what is actually yoga. Right? So dadami buddhi yogam, I give the real intelligence. Then what intelligence Krishna is giving? What kind of intelligence? To figure out what stock to invest so that I can become rich. No. What is Krishna giving? He's saying, what kind of intelligence are you giving? Yena mam upayantite. I will give the intelligence by which he can come to me. So this is what Krishna is saying. I can come to you. What does this come to me mean? Right? So Krishna, we all know, is in Vaikuntha, is in the spiritual world. And when he comes from the spiritual world to the material world, we say he has taken an avatara, right? The Lord has incarnated. Incarnated avatara means actually, the Sanskrit word avatara means actually to come down. So whenever Lord's incarnation happens, recently, we have installed the Lord Ram's deity in Ayodhya. Everyone is very happy. That is also an avatar actually. Avatar, it's called Archa Vigraha. The Lord incarnates into the stone deity over there. Here also Krishna Balaram have incarnated. So this avatara means they're coming down. Coming down from where? They're coming from a completely different sphere of existence that is known as the spiritual world. And we are in the material world. So Krishna is saying, I will give the intelligence by which you can come to me, means to the spiritual world, to a complete different atmosphere, different existence. Right? So this is what the formula is. So if you want to go back to the spiritual world, Prabhupada coined the term, he even launched a magazine, it's called Back to Godhead. Right? In 3 words, it summarizes the purpose of human life. The purpose of human life, you can say those 3 words is nothing but this, what Krishna is saying, that you come to me. And in the purport also, Prabhupada is saying that, going to Krishna, the ultimate goal of progress is Krishna. Going to Krishna is the ultimate goal. So back to Godhead, back to the spiritual world, this is the ultimate goal. Now let's see some context. Now Krishna is saying, to those who are constantly devoted and worship me, right? The translation of this verse, I give the understanding by which they come to me. Now, why is somebody constantly devoted and worshipping the Lord? Why is it so? So because for everything that we do, human being is an intellectual person, right? Without logic and reasoning, we don't do anything, isn't it? Let's say you're going to purchase something, and there is a less expensive one and there is a more expensive one. But sometimes you see the qualities, you do some research and compare reviews and see there is value in this. Yes, even though I'm spending more, this will last longer. This is more valuable, right? We have that intellectual calculation, always we do. Logical reasoning has to be there. Without that, we just blindly don't do anything. Right? Even a salesman might come, oh, please take this. No, we will do our own research. Give me some time. We will go online and do that. So there has to be reason. There has to be logic. So here Krishna is saying, okay, one who is constantly devoted and worshipping me, I give the intelligence. But why is he constantly devoted and worshipping? What is the reason? So that is where the previous 2 verses will give us some context, what Krishna is saying. What leads one to constantly worship in devotional service? So it starts with this 8th verse. I will read the verse and the translation. So Krishna is saying, Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam Buddha bhava samanvitaha. So this is the beginning. What is this? The beginning is some knowledge, some understanding, just like we do our research work, right? It starts with that research work. So here the research work has been done, and what is the conclusion of the research? That Aham sarvasya prabhavo, I am source of everything. Matta sarvam pravartate, and everything emanates from me. So Krishna is saying that this knowledge, iti matva, by knowing this, bhajante mam, by knowing this, then they will worship me. How? Buddha bhava samanvitaha. Buddha means learned, the learned people. See, that is what all of us are trying to do here, right? We all have learned so many things in our life, for our career, for our growth, for our education. So much knowledge we have learned. But unfortunately, though we are from the Vedic culture, this knowledge we've been missing. This knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. This is also knowledge. Bhagavad Gita, you see here, if you go through all verses, you won't see any story, any fanaticism, any imagination or anything. It is pure facts, pure existence, pure science. So it is the science of God, it is the science of nature, it is the science of self, it is the science of our existence, it is the science of our past, our present and our future. And it is the science of how to mold our life so that we can actually improve, we can make progress, we can benefit, right? So this is pure knowledge, and this knowledge was missing. But when we read Bhagavad Gita, when all of us got together and we are trying to understand, this is the conclusion we will come to. Right? By the end of Bhagavad Gita, we will come to this conclusion. Even Arjuna said the same thing. Parabrahma, Param Dhamma, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan, Purusham, Shashwatam, Divyam, Adidevam, Ajam Vibhum. So he's glorifying Krishna. He's saying, you are the Supreme Lord, you are the Supreme Purifier, you are the Supreme Abode, you are the Supreme. So that Supreme knowledge is what we will get when we read Bhagavad Gita. And Krishna is saying, this is how it all starts. If one who comes to know that he is the source of everything and everything is coming from him, and by knowing this knowledge, naturally one will engage in devotional service. So anybody who reads Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita or any Bhagavad Gita written by a authorized Acharya in the Vaishnava Sampradaya, they will become a devotee of Krishna. If somebody has read complete Bhagavad Gita and they have not become devotee of Krishna, then you can tell about the author of the book that he is not in the Sampradaya. Because the whole Bhagavad Gita is all about devotion. See here you're saying, Krishna is saying, bhajate mam, always is saying, thinking of me, become my devotee. So Bhagavad Gita is nothing but a book of devotion to the Lord, because that is the ultimate conclusion, that is the summary, right? So once they gain this knowledge, that is when they start worshipping the Lord, right? Once you know the Lord is the supreme, naturally if the Lord is the supreme, then what am I? I am the subordinate. And Krishna says, he is the one who is maintaining me. He is the supreme father. Krishna says, aham bija pratapidaha. And he also gives instruction how to come back to me, think about me and all these things. So this is where it all starts, by that knowledge. With the knowledge that Krishna is the supreme, one starts worshipping him. And once he starts worshipping, what happens next? This is more interesting, right? Once one understands about Krishna and they worship him, the natural inquisitiveness is to understand more about Krishna, right? Let's say you come to know about, Krishna is the Supreme Lord. How great is he? What is his greatness? What is his various activities? So here is where Krishna is saying in the next verse, Matchitta madgata prana, bodhayanta parasparam, katayantascha mam nityam, tushyanti cha ramanti cha. So this is the next step. Once you understand Krishna is the Supreme, you start worshipping him, you want to know more about him. So what he is saying, Krishna is saying, Matchitta, mind fully engaged in me, Madgata prana, lives devoted to the service of Krishna. So they devote themselves to the service of Krishna. And then what happens? Bodhayanta parasparam. Bodhayantaha means conversing, or preaching to each other. Bodhayanta parasparam. Katayantascha mam nityam. Katayantascha. Kata means talking about. So what happens once you understand about Krishna? You want to understand more about Krishna. And what are the devotees doing? They're constantly talking among themselves about Krishna. And what is the result of that? Tushyanti cha, ramanti cha. These are the two words actually everyone wants, right? What does tushyanti mean? Let's see the exact meaning. Or pleased. Tushyanti means pleased. Who doesn't want to be pleased, right? Everyone wants to be pleased. Whatever activities we do, we want to be pleased. Tushyanti cha, ramanti. Enjoy transcendental bliss, right? So this is what is the next. Now how do we learn more about Krishna and how do we get the bliss? So actually even Bhagavad Gita, first time when we read, it is for information, it is for knowledge. After first time we read, one will become a devotee. And again he will read. Why? This time because he is able to appreciate the glories of the Lord, the greatness of the Lord. And he is able to appreciate how wonderfully Krishna is speaking, how wonderfully Krishna is explaining, right? Sometimes it happens, these movies, some people like the movie. First time they watch it, they like it. But again and again they will watch. My friend used to make a joke, why didn't you understand first time or what? You're watching it so many times. He says, no. Now second time is for relishing, experiencing, right? There's a very nice, moments or whatever scenes. So it is like that. The first time when we read Bhagavad Gita, we get information, we get knowledge. But then we want to read again. Now we want to relish. We want to experience the various statements of the Lord, right? So Tushyanti cha, ramanti cha. And is it only Bhagavad Gita? No, the Vedic literature has given so much information about Krishna. Prabhupada says Bhagavad Gita is just a preliminary study, just a basic introduction about God and our nature and our existence and purpose of life, which is sufficient for one to become perfect. But then Srimad Bhagavatam is, Prabhupada says, is the graduate study. What is Srimad Bhagavatam? It talks about all the different incarnations of the Lord, all the wonderful devotees of the Lord, all various incarnations like, the Narsimha Avatara, Vamana Avatara, even the Rama Avatara is mentioned. So many incarnations. And even ultimately, the Krishna incarnation, Krishna Avatara and his Leelas and his pastimes, they're all wonderful pastimes, right? Like Ramayana, if you observe, it is wonderful qualities of the Lord you can keep observing constantly. And if you read Krishna book or, watch about, these children watch this little Krishna, what is Krishna doing? Krishna is known as Urukrama. All are wonderful activities. Lifting the Govardhan hill, killing Putana and, fighting this great battles with Jarasandha. Everything is very, fantastic descriptions of the Lord. So what happens? Devotees now spend time in, Srimad Bhagavatam and Krishna. And then Prabhupada says, well, after graduation, is there anything? Generally, after graduation, there is the post-graduation also, right? So Prabhupada says, Chaitanya Charitamrita, the whole life story of Lord Chaitanya, who is none other than Lord Krishna's incarnation, that is even more nectar, even more nectarian to read about Lord Chaitanya. So the devotees immerse themselves reading about Krishna and, understanding about Krishna's pastimes. It is predicted, our acharyas have predicted that in future, whole world will make an attempt. A lot of people, like nowadays Sanskrit is picking up, right? People are learning Sanskrit, they're understanding a lot of benefits in Western countries. We keep seeing the short videos being sent. They're learning Sanskrit and teaching Sanskrit to children. They have figured out that the Sanskrit, when we pronounce it, exercises various parts of the brain, and it makes one very active and intelligent, and all these things also are there. So like that, it is predicted by acharyas that in one day people will start learning Bengali. Why Bengali? There's so many languages. Because Chaitanya Charitamrita is written in Bengali, and people won't be satisfied just by reading. They want to go into the depth of every word, every Bengali word. So Prabhupada said Chaitanya Charitamrita will be the postgraduate study. So we don't need to learn Bengali. We are very fortunate. Prabhupada has given English translation of Chaitanya Charitamrita also. And the beauty of Prabhupada's book is, as we see here, there is the word-to-word meaning. Just by scrutinizingly reading all the words and understanding their meaning, one will, automatically they will become well-versed in that language. One just has to, read those also. So this is how the sequence goes. First they understand the supremacy of God, then they understand and discuss among them each other, and this leads them to the today's verse that we are talking, that they become constantly devoted and they worship Him with love. And then one might think, okay, so this looks like yeto divana ho gaya, something he has become, like that's what people devoted. Oh, he's reading about God. People are reading various things. Okay, he somehow got interested. Sometimes people say, I'm going to temple, would you like to join? So no, I'm not interested. So their intent is, okay, that is your interest, this is my interest, let me do what I'm doing, you do what you're doing, right? So but then what happens here, if you get interested in Krishna and you start worshipping and you engage yourself in Krishna conscious activities, something very special happens which doesn't happen for other activities. Let's say somebody became very interested in playing a sport, and instead of Sunday coming here, I will go and play that sport over there. Here what happens? Krishna from the heart is doing a transcendental mystical process. He's saying, I will give them understanding by which they can come to me. So this is the most important thing. You do any other activity, you will not get the understanding. So Krishna in the heart, do we say, oh, he's very biased? Actually Krishna says, Sarvasya chaham hrudi sannivastam. He's there in everybody's heart. Everyone's heart, Krishna is there. And what is Krishna doing in everyone's heart? One thing is Upadrushta Anumanta. He is observing. Everything that we are doing, he is constantly observing. What is he observing for? Upadrushta is observing, and Anumanta, he is giving sanction. You know what Krishna is observing? He is observing our desires. And he's trying to see, to fulfill those desires. Today, whatever we have today is because we desired it. And we have it today because Krishna fulfilled that desire. Now, if you analyze yourself, right, go back, track your life in time. Have we done something so expertly that we are where we are today? We know many people who are, with our own similar capability and abilities, who have not made it up to even the level where we are. We might always be thinking we want to go more. That is always there. But even if you consider the level where we are today, there are so many people who are equally qualified, capable, or maybe more qualified and capable, but they are not where we are today. Why is it so? So that means it is not just our abilities and our whatever things, but it is actually the circumstances. The circumstances got arranged, right? Somehow we'll say, oh, somehow it worked out. That day I got picked in the interview, my friend was there, he didn't get. Oh, that day, I got stamping, I got this offer, something, it just works. So circumstances are favoring us. Now, if you analyze back in your life, if circumstances were not favorable, we would not have achieved everything that we have today, right? Circumstances could have changed at any point of time. Something would have happened, some emergency would have happened, or some other situation would have happened. I mean, we might not have what we have today. So who arranged all these circumstances? This is what the Lord is doing in the heart. Now, is it that Lord is randomly arranging something for something and for some person is not arranging? Is it just very whimsical? For somebody he makes him very rich and happy, for somebody is poor. No, at the same time, though he's in the heart, he's trying to fulfill your desires, he's observing your desires, but at the same time he acts as a perfect judge. He will only fulfill a desire that we deserve. So we have to earn before we can spend, right? We have to earn before we can get what we want, right? Isn't it? Is in this life also it's the same thing. You want a big house, you have to earn more. You want something, you have to earn. So we have to earn that good karma also to be able to fulfill our desire. Sometimes we will forget what our desire is, but Krishna remembers, and he will remind us at the right time. I give the example of suddenly you will think it's a sunny hot day. You feel like eating ice cream. You will open the fridge. The ice cream is over. You say, okay, what can be done? Then after a few days, you are going out, and suddenly you will see there is a Nirvana ice cream on the side. Suddenly you will remember, oh, I wanted to eat ice cream. Let me go, and you will eat ice cream. How is that remembrance coming? You yourself have actually forgotten, right? Suddenly the remembrance comes. Where is it coming from? Krishna is in the heart and he is trying to fulfill our desire. Now if you analyze, you can see the role of Krishna. We think God very supreme, very powerful, very imposing. Actually he is not very imposing, he is very loving. So loving that he will even allow us to harm ourselves if that is our desire. So we should be careful what we desire. Right? Even if you want to harm others, Krishna in the heart will give you intelligence. Again, provided you will have to use up your good karma and you will have to face the consequences also. Right? So Krishna is like a very loving father. He is allowing us to do whatever we want. He is allowing all our desires. And at some day he is also looking that you will come back to me. Just like a father and a child. The child might be going away far and far from his father, but out of the love, the father might be sanctioning him. Okay, let him go. That's what he wants. I can't force him to love me. But at the same time, he is desiring. The father wants the child back with him. And this Bhagavad Gita, in one sense, is actually that expression of the Lord, that he's explaining all this and he's saying, but my desire is for you to come to me, because that is when you will be happy. You're unnecessarily drifting far and farther away from me. So here is what is the difference. When you engage in Krishna conscious activities, Krishna gives us the intelligence by which we will come closer to him. So that is the beauty of performing these Krishna conscious activities. But if you take up any other activity, like let's say we talked about the sport, somebody is going and playing the sports, what happens? Krishna won't, he will only give him intelligence where he can play more better. Maybe he will learn more techniques. He will give him an idea. Why don't you go search in YouTube this particular kind of play you are not able to field. So that intelligence Krishna might give only fulfilling your desire. But if you start doing Krishna conscious activities, he will give intelligence by which you can come closer to him. And going closer to Krishna, that is the real goal of life. That is the actual goal. This goal of life is also very interesting. At least in younger ages, schooling, college and all, sometimes some people will ask, what is your goal of life? My goal of life is this, your goal of life, this is my aim of life. So there are different things, and the general understanding is everyone has a different goal. Go and pursue your goal. Right? Somebody wants to become an expert athlete, he wants to go to Olympics or something. That is his goal, he's working towards it. People encourage him. Somebody else says, I want to become a very big businessman, I want to become famous like Tata and Birla. They will think that is good, that is his goal, let him pursue it. Right? People encourage. The motivational speakers also, they say, whatever your goal is, go behind it, sleep about it, think about it, 24 hours, make notes, put in front of you. So the general world has created an impression that everyone can have a separate goal and everyone can go towards whatever goal they want. But actually the real goal of everyone is only one. It is an unfortunate misunderstanding of our existence that people encourage each other for different kinds of goals. A real Vedic civilization is everyone should be encouraged to go towards one goal. Yes, they might be interested in other things, that is fine. But ultimately they should be working towards one goal, that is to go back to Godhead, to go back to Krishna. So there's a nice verse in Srimad Bhagavatam. Prahlad Maharaj actually mentions this situation. He says, Nate vidu swartha gatim hi Vishnu. He says, people in general, they do not know. Nate viduhu. They don't know. What do they don't know? Swartha gatim hi Vishnu. The real self-interest for everybody is Vishnu. Nate vidu swartha gatim hi Vishnu. Durashaya hi bahirarthi manena. Durashaya, they have a unfortunate asha, desire that they will become happy. How? Bahirarthi manina. Bahir means external, by external objects. Right? Artha means value. Durashaya hi bahirarthi manina. They are thinking that these external things will give me happiness. Right? We are not the external thing. Just like the example is given, like a bird in a cage. Right? If you start thinking the bird will be happy by taking care of the cage, you all heard this many times. A person gets a bird in a cage and it doesn't feed the bird is becoming weak. He thinks, oh, maybe the cage is not good. He starts polishing, he puts gold paint and everything to the cage. The bird is becoming weaker and weaker and is making more and more arrangement for the cage. Finally, the bird dies. So like that, this external situation, everything external to us, this material world is just external to us. What we are is not actually the matter. We are the spirit soul. So we have to feed the soul to become happy. We have to feed the bird in the cage, not the cage, right? So this is what Prahlad Maharaj is saying, but everyone is thinking, Bahirarthi manena, something with external activity, I will become happy. And then what is happening? Andayata andair upaniyamana. Everyone is blind and they're following other blind people. Just like, I told everyone encourages, yes, whatever your goal, go ahead, pursue. They are also blind people and he is also becoming blind by following those blind people. And what happens ultimately? Tepeshu yantram urudhamni baddha. By doing all this, by pursuing everyone's individual goals in materialistic pursuits, they're getting urudhamni baddha. They're getting bound up By strong ropes of this material nature. What does it mean, binding up in the strong ropes of material nature? If you are bound to the material world, that means after we leave this body, at the end of this life, because the binding is there, you will be dragged down again into this material world. And if you are dragged down again into the material world, what is the repercussions of that? Again, start going to school, learn alphabets, study well, get good grades, and then the turning point discussion will come. 5th grade is your turning point. Elementary school is turning point, and then 10th grade, 12th grade, job is a turning point, and then career is a turning point. Everything all turning. You see, so many turns you make, you'll come back to the same place, right? If you start going somewhere and if you don't go straight, you turn. At one point of time, you're again back to square zero. That is what happens at the end of life. We have made so many turning points. Perfect retirement planning is a good turning point. See, somebody who has not planned is struggling. All that done finally comes back to the same thing. He leaves the body, come back to the same situation, and then punar muchik bhavaha, the Prabhupada says. So like that again, punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. Again taking birth, again stuck in this cycle of birth and death. That is what Prahlad Maharaj is saying, urudhamni baddha. So this is what is, being stuck in these ropes of this material existence. So the only way out, what is the only way out is by engaging ourselves in Krishna conscious activities, in performing some spiritual activities. When we do this, Krishna will give the intelligence. Buddhi yogam dadamiyam. Next time your friend calls and says, hey, I have a nice investment opportunity. What do you think? You just have to invest $10,000. I'm starting this small startup company. Something like that will come. Krishna will give him buddhi yoga. Array, what is the use of again putting money? Instead of that, don't get into all this anxiety. Whatever you will destined by your karma only, we will get. Right? Once you understand the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, any drama we do, we won't get even 1 penny more, actually. You just have to do your regular duty, you will get everything that you're destined. So that knowledge, that intelligence Krishna will give from within. Instead of saying, yeah, sure, when are we meeting and how can we go ahead with this? He will say, actually, let me think about it, I'll get back to you. And within few minutes, Krishna will give intelligence, forget about it, don't waste your time and life energy in this. Nicely chant Hare Krishna, read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. You're getting everything that you're getting. Nicely do some service and go back. Go towards the ultimate goal, not a temporary goal, right? The friend might become a millionaire actually. The investment might work out. But end of the day, both will leave the body. The money will remain here, isn't it? But what happened to the next life is the main thing. As I say, life is a preparation and death is an examination. So exam results are important, right? Not what you did before exam or during exam. So what is the result of your whole life preparation? He became a millionaire, he also died. You remained a devotee, you also died. But what happened? You will go back to Krishna, back to the spiritual world where you will have a Satchidananda body. No more miseries of birth, death, old age, disease. No more homeworks, no more graduating, no more turning points. You are all with Krishna and in bliss and enjoying. See all these paintings of Radha Krishna, everywhere you see, Krishna is always enjoying with his devotees. So that is what spiritual world is, right? So that is something to keep in mind. So Krishna will give the intelligence, and in this way constantly Krishna will be constantly guiding us. We will become like Arjuna. Why? Because Arjuna took full shelter of Krishna. Krishna constantly guided him. Great warriors, Bhishma he could defeat, Karna he could defeat, Drona he could defeat. How is it possible? Otherwise it is impossible. There was no way Arjuna could have defeated even Karna. Forget about Bhishma and Dronacharya. Dronacharya is his teacher. Bhishma was such a great warrior. They all got weapons from demigods, right? Even Arjuna was a great warrior, but there was no way. But because he took shelter of Krishna, Krishna gave the constant intelligence physically. He kept telling, this is now you do like this, now you do like this, now you do like this. But for us, Krishna, where is he? He is in the heart. It's not that, Arjuna was lucky, he was sitting in the same chariot. Where am I? No. Here also in the same chariot, Krishna is there. In the same chariot, both are in the heart. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishta. He is in our heart, right next to the soul. And it is just, for Arjuna, maybe the sound vibration to come, it will take, 1 second. He is right there in the heart. There is no that distance also. All we have to do is get closer to Krishna and we will get the intelligence. Just like Krishna can give you intelligence, here is the ice cream shop, go ahead and eat ice cream. He will give intelligence also. Now is the time. Instead of watching some YouTube nonsense, you watch some nice, Krishna conscious bhajan. Or you watch Ramayana instead of something else, right? Or watch Mahabharata, or read Bhagavad Gita. Or you have time, instead of spending time with friends, go to temple, attend Aarti nicely, right? This kind of intelligence constantly, Krishna will give. And you're all very lucky and fortunate. Already Krishna has given all of you intelligence. This Buddhi Yoga Krishna has given, or else today you would have not come here, right? Because there are so many ways, there are so many reasons mind will give, friends will give to not come here. But somehow you all came. Who gave that intelligence? Who gave that knowledge? Krishna has given. So all we have to do is continue what we are doing. Krishna will continue to give his intelligence. He will keep his word. and ultimately we'll attain perfection. So I'll stop here. I'll request the devotees to hand over the beads. And a simplest way to apply this formula, right? So now there is a formula we have to apply, right? Krishna is saying, Tesham satati yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam, always engaged in my devotional service. Now, this chanting is actually an exact implementation of this verse. There are multiple ways this verse can be, implemented. Like, Krishna said here, you can do any service for Krishna, right? So here Prabhupada is explaining that you can do any service for Krishna, you can render all kinds of services. You can do some kind of work for Krishna. That work should be done with love. So all kind of work we can do. Like you have come to temple today, you have an opportunity to do a lot of work for Krishna. We do this Mandir Marjana after having prasadam. A lot of devotees are helping in cleaning up the temple. This is work for Krishna, right? But this is only happening once in a week on Sunday. Now if you want to do something for Krishna, how you can do? This chanting is that beautiful process. You can always engage in loving devotional service with Krishna. When you chant Hare Krishna, how is it that you are engaged in loving devotional service? You are just saying two words, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. Prabhupada says, no, when you say Krishna and Rama, Kali Kale Nama Rupa Krishna Avatar. Krishna incarnates in the sound. And then Prabhupada also says how to chant. He says, don't chant mechanically, something Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. He says, no, you chant with love, chant with devotion. Here is Krishna, here is Radharani, right? When we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna and Radharani, they appear in our tongue and they incarnate into the sound vibration. So we are so close to Krishna, we can actually touch Krishna, right? So the pujari sometimes, they say the pujari will touch the deity, and people think, oh, he's so fortunate, right? Definitely he's a fortunate, he can touch the deity. But that is the form of, a physical form. But Hare Krishna is a sound form, and the sound form everybody can touch. You don't have to be a pujari to touch Krishna. If you hear the mantra, you're touching Krishna. Again, same problem. If you're not hearing and you're thinking of something else, you're not touching Krishna, right? So by hearing, we touch the sound form of Krishna. See how wonderful, fortunate. So this is a worshipping opportunity. When we chant Hare Krishna, it is an opportunity to worship the Lord who has incarnated in the sound form, right? So when we are chanting, we should actually know that, oh, here is Krishna, here is Radharani. And this chanting is a prayer. Oh, and now I am praying to Krishna to please engage me in your service, right? So like this, we can all chant. So I will, we'll all chant. I'll request Prashant, can you give me one beats? Yeah. So before we chant, we will chant the Guru Pranam mantra and Panchatattva mantra. After that, we'll all chant the Hare Krishna mantra together. So please repeat after me. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So we'll all chant together. So please remember, the Lord is incarnating in the sound form. So with love and devotion, we should appreciate, we should be thankful, and we should actually worship the Lord by hearing very carefully. So that's the important thing. So we'll all chant together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम